right. So, since I'm up here, and it looks, I can't tell if I've got a good connection or not from here, but I did want to take some time and I want to talk about what I saw while I was going through Twitter today, while I was preparing for the podcast that I'm going to do that says nothing about the Odessa shooting. Because I haven't had enough time to prepare, I don't even know what really happened in the Odessa shooting. I know that somebody went through with a gun. It appears that it was going to be an AR-15, and there were some other shootings out there that happened while we were going through the day. It looks like something happened in Mobile, Alabama, but again, I don't know what happened there as well. But I saw a particular level of nastiness that was going around on Twitter. I saw a lot of people that were getting kind of angry about everything. A lot of people were name calling. A lot of people were just being very, very rude to each other. Now, one of the things that I like to do while I am going in and discussing politics, and I used to be bad about this, I used to be the worst name caller in the world. That's what I used to do. I call people names and I wouldn't think any less of it. But I realized something. It's that when people started calling names, they really, oh, my resolution is not going to be optimal. I guess we'll look into that a little bit. This is an experimental feed, so I'm not expecting the best out of this, but I did want to talk a bit about it. One of the things that I noticed while I was watching all of this is it's the civility. When you start name calling, you've lost the argument. You're descending to the other person's level, and you can't really have a civil discussion anymore. And in all honesty, we need to be pushing more to have our discussions civil. Now, I do collect Twitter blocks, especially from people that disagree with me, as trophies, because it really shows that they are the ones that did not prepare for the argument, that decided that they wanted the argument to be where they wanted it to be. Let me say hi. It looks like I've got my first person in the chat, so. And it looks like Wyatt came over here. Yeah, Miscreant, I'm talking about the way that people are treating each other over on Twitter right now, because it really bothers me when they're sitting here arguing. They're name calling, and we're not getting anything accomplished here. Now, I'm the kind of person that I'm going to keep my means to defend myself, and if the government wants to disarm me, they can disarm my corpse. I don't see any way around that, because if we disarm each other, then only the police can murder each other. But we need to be striving to have the discussion, and that's something that I see both sides guilty of while we're talking about this. Both sides want to sit here and name call and retreat over into their echo chambers, and it's not healthy and it's not helpful. If one side starts name calling, you try and disarm the situation, diffuse the situation, and continue to have a reasonable discussion rather than trying to name call back. And I've called some people on this before, and in all honesty, that's what we need to do. That's what our I don't know. That's what we need to do to have civil conversation again, and maybe we can start to change some things. I don't know. I can say libtard and snowflake and all these kinds of things, but in the end, I'm just descending to the other person's level when we can actually sit down, find a compromise, or at least find something we can disagree on, or possibly educate people. Wow, it looks like I've got 5 viewers on here already, and this has been possibly one of the better viewed videos I've had right away. I'm kind of excited about that. So, seeing that I've got so much interest in this, and I've got 4 or 5 people coming on right away, I think this is going to be how I continue to do Ed's World from here on out. I think for sure that this is absolutely going to be a live stream show, because I want to have some time and I want to be able to respond to the audience. I know as the channel gets bigger, I'm not going to be able to respond as much, but I want to be able to respond to you. I want you guys to be able to sit in the live stream and have the discussion, and I want to be able to welcome you into this. If I sit here and talk at you or talk at a guest for an hour and a half at a time, it's not as effective as if you guys sit and talk back to us. Now, I know that I've got regular shows already and we have a regular structure, but and this is unscripted too, so forgive me if I'm stumbling over my words a little bit. But if I can discuss with you, we can get some more ideas out there than just the guests. Some of you might be interested in coming on and discussing things further on a face-to-face basis. And that's, I think, going to be one of the better things to do. Let me look and see what my Discord is saying here. Yeah, it looks like Jake is ready to go, so looks like I'm going to go ahead and record the podcast. Thanks for listening to me rant and just try out my software. Yeah, again, leave in the comments below or over on my Twitter. That's Ed's blog Twitter with a 1 in place of the I if you want to see more live streaming and if you want to participate in the discussion. Thank you, everybody, and take care.